Sup guys, it's your boy Justin. The camera loves to zoom in, so I didn't notice it was cut off the top of the books at the back. Welcome to the first day of Fantasy Month, and today I am reviewing Conan, The Daughters of Midora, and Other Stories. This graphic novel, which was published by Dark Horse Comics, was published in 2012, at least I think it was. And it contains stories from like 2004 through 2010. This normally goes for 15 US and 17 Canadian. And obviously this book is based off the literary character Conan the Barbarian by Robert E. Howard, who not only created Conan the Barbarian, but also created Solomon Kane and Elbrock and other such pulpy book characters. So yeah, just like in the books, this graphic novel contains single issue stories, though one of them is a two-parter. Right, because like I don't know if all the Conan books by Robert E. Howard were like this, but I'm pretty sure they were all anthology books. That's because the stories were originally published in magazines. So here's the list of talents that worked on this book: Marion Churchland, Randy Elliott, Nick Ferraldi, Brandon Graham, Michelle Madsen, Ron Mars, Michael Avon Omig, Jimmy Palmiotti, I used to be a huge fan of him back in the day for his All-Star Western and Jonah Hex books. You got Troy Piardi, Mark Roberts, Bart Sears, Richard Starkins, Mark Teixeira, and Ben Truman and Tim Truman. Which literally there's only like 3 people on this list that I know of, and the rest I've Michelle Madsen I've heard of, but the rest of them I don't know. So here's the stories. We got Trophy. We have Daughters of Midora, which was probably the best one. Kiss of the Undead, which I really enjoyed that story too. Island of No Return, and Children of the Sun. So this is the art for the first book, where Conan goes to this tavern where there's wenches and drinking, and he's been wandering through the desert for days. And at first they want to kick him out because he's a smelly barbarian, but then he pays for his food by giving a gilded helmet that he took from a Viking that he killed, and he also goes through his stuff where he tells stories of how he got them from killing this guy or that guy. At one point he fights a ninja. What the hell? So yeah, that was a fun little story. The next story is Daughters of Midora, which, oh my god, the art for this one was good, and it starts off with a really good quote, and the dialogue is pretty good. It's very much it's very Robert E. Howard, even though I haven't read any Conan the Barbarian. I have read some of Solomon Kane, so I know how he writes, and I'm pretty sure. And I did review that one Conan the Barbarian magazine from Marvel, and I'm pretty sure they just they just straight up take the same dialogue and put in the book. So yeah, the story for this one is basically Conan the Barbarian trying to steal treasure from the king of Midora, and he gets caught, and he tells him basically, I'll let you go and give you the treasure if you go and rescue my daughter from a sorcerer. So right away, this reminded me of the Conan Barbarian movie, but it doesn't play out the same. So he goes there. He travels to where the wizard is, with the twin sister who's a warrior, and they have two guys that go with them. One's a bowman but has a crossbow, and one's like a mute warrior. And like the sorcerer has like monster guys working for him. I love how earlier it was a crossbow, but now it's like a regular bow. And you see it by the grave. They use his like bow as a grave marker, and it's like a crossbow. So it's like what the hell, man. So yeah, they go to the tower or fort. They get attacked by this monster, and Cody kills it. Only to find out it was the daughter polymorphed into a monster, and apparently the guy didn't kidnap her. They just ran away because they were in love, and he lost his job, so there was no way the kid was gonna marry his daughter, so they ran away. So what happens is that the twin sister, who is the heir to the throne, or the twin sister that died was the heir to the throne. So the other sister, warrior sister, decides to take her place. So here's the next story, Kiss of the Undead, which I really like this story. This story was funny because like it was like the other day where I was recommended a Conan the Barbarian, like grim dark channel or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I'll watch some videos. And he did like videos. One of the videos he did was like how the lore behind the vampires. And this is about vampires. Conan is getting drunk at a bar where this noble woman approaches Conan and decides to hire him to escort her to a cemetery where there's rumors to be vampires, and she wants to go there to like have sex with them to ease their loneliness. Here's the line, right? They are melancholy souls cursed with eternal life. If I can ease that loneliness even for a night, I must. You would understand. Oh my god. So it's like, and like Conan's like, this is dumb. You're courting with beasts from the pit. Where like that's the only thing that Conan is afraid of, is he doesn't like monsters. So they go there, and guess what? The vampires are there, and they're not like, they're basically fucking ghouls. They're not sexy vampires at all. So Conan has to go and kill them all. So next is The Island of No Return, which is a direct sequel to this one, which I think it's even written by Ron Mars. Yeah, it was written by Ron Mars. Where Conan ended up banging the rich wife, only for it to like him to get caught banging the wife, and the guy she was married to was like a judge or some shit. So they send the guard after him, and Conan gets saved by these two warrior women who want to take him, who wants his help to go get this treasure hoard that's been abandoned on this cultist island, where this prince had like orgies and like rituals and stuff. Only for him to get betrayed. Only for him to get betrayed and left for dead, fighting like a kraken, while the two warrior women run off with the gold. And there's also pirates there. And look at this, like the Conan the Barbarian literally cuts a dude in half. It's like straight down the middle. It's insane, dude. And that last story is Children of the Sun, which I was not a fan of this story. But, this story is from 2011. But yeah, the art was not good. It's very cartoony. And it's basically this kid hires Conan with a piece of gold to go out and kill the people who betrayed his father, because they found a bunch of treasure and they were going to use it supposed to use it to fund a new kingdom that's going to be, you know, that's going to have equality, all that stuff. But, like, you know, the people got greedy. They killed the guy who wanted to fund the country. And like Conan helps him get revenge. So yeah. So what did I think about this story? This graphic novel? For the price and the fact that it's an anthology book, I would say I liked... Overall, I liked all the stories, but I would say only half the stories were good. But even then, like the atmosphere, the dialogue, whole makes up for the issues where the art was bad. Which there was only like one or like I would say 2 issues in this book where I didn't like the art. But overall, the book was good. Like I love this book. Way worth the price. I would say it's an 8 out of 10, and I would totally recommend it. So if you're someone who's not really into Conan, like you never got into it, you never read it before, try this out, or get one of the magazines, because the magazines, you can get those old like 1970s Conan the Barbarian magazines for like $5, and they're about the length of like a graphic novel, man. Well worth the price, but the only problem is they're black and white. But if you don't mind black and white, they're fucking good, man. Holy shit. But yeah, I would say, yeah, give this a try. It's a solid 8 out of 10. So our next review for Fantasy Month is going to be Fire and Ice issue 1. Probably should have reviewed this when it first came out, but, you know, it is what it is. Peace, guys.